It is. Ah, there it is. There it is. I was testing something earlier today. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Yeah, no, I was testing something earlier and it broke my default input device. Because all the sound is happening on my game computer. Going through the Go XLR, going to the line out on the Go XLR into the stream computer. But yes, thank you. Thank you for saying something, because that would have been awkward. What am I doing right now? Like, I was seeing if I could get my Switch to work, because I'd done it before. And my other capture card took over as the default sound device, I guess. Why do I keep hitting that now? But yeah, that makes a lot of sense now. Thank you, OBS, for being weird like that. And Windows. Mostly Windows. This is not going to be a great run. That was a weird brake tap on that. Not really planning on anything specific, at least currently. It's more just for amusement, you know, like gives me an extra thing to do. I was going through my bin of cables and I found my dockless Switch dock. So it does everything the dock does, basically HDMI out and all that, but it's just wires. And I realized, wait, I could just hook that up and just have it ready to go. So that's all run, so I can just literally plug and play with the Switch. And one day I'll get a Switch too. So, like, not anytime soon, but the hell? Because I do want to Switch too. One of my friends is talking it up. And it's got that new Mario Kart, which looks dope. I'm definitely not warm. I was doing so much better earlier today. Oh, I wasn't going fast enough to drift. Dumb. Mario Kart looks fun, but you hate Nintendo. Nintendo has been doing some sketchy stuff with, like, how, like, the game cards aren't going to have the game. It's just going to basically be like a license key almost. I grew up a Nintendo kid, though, so it's hard for me to break that built-in love. Plus Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are two of the greatest games of all time. After Ocarina of Time, which is the greatest game of all time. What is that line I was taking? Not far off from my PB, though, even with that bonk and weird line. So clean that up, and that's the new PB right there. That's not. But yeah, I didn't get the first Switch until like a couple years into the life cycle. And I do like it. It's a cool machine. But yeah, I'm concerned with the route Nintendo's going with owning games. Granted, I haven't bought a physical game for PC in decades, so I can't be too weird about it without being hypocritical, but still. You emulated when you want to replay? Yeah. But I haven't tried any of the Switch emulation. But just the state of everything now, I'm not surprised. Because I remember in high school, like, we were one of the first schools to have laptops. And getting those things to run like an N64 emulator was like getting like anything close to like a decent frame rate we were stoked about. So then we just played Counter-Strike instead. Oh, I thought I was going to hit that pole. I think I lost speed on that. Yeah. Can we make up point two? Can we make up point two? No. Especially not with that. Yeah, and the worst thing about like Nintendo and all the game companies is the way that they treat emulation, because it's like, listen, I own the game. Like, I bought it. Why does it matter what hardware I'm playing it on at this point? No, they're like, well, but you know, people are pirating it. More people are pirating. Like, whatever, dude. When you put a market into the product, that's the risk, or product into the market, that's the risk you take. Just gotta make sure your version's better. But yeah, the Switch was the first console I bought in a long time, too. What the fuck? Yeah, and they're really weird about their IP. They're the Disney of video game companies. Like, the two companies who I don't want to get in a legal battle with, Disney and Nintendo, because they are both terrifying. Yeah. It's... Oh, what up, building? I think they're not quite the same as Disney, just because Disney's so much bigger. But if they were the size of Disney, we'd be thinking of them in the same category. What was that? No bonks, no bonks. I really gotta get better at gears. That's a thing in this game that really holds me back on grass and dirt, is just really understanding gears. So I know right there I got close to that gear up and I don't want to turn, but I need to get better at identifying that and making sure I don't get a gear up at a weird time. But that's something that comes with experience, I suppose. What, a month and a half into playing this game? Really? What was that? And Winamp's shuffle's so weird because I feel like Winamp's shuffle's an actual true shuffle. So that's why it feels like I keep getting the same artist over and over versus like Spotify or something like that, where it's like, okay, well, you had that artist, so we're not going to play it next. So it's not a true shuffle. So it feels worse. But I have to rock Winamp because it's the only way I know to have MP3s play and be able to output artist and album art information. Because Spotify got rid of the ability to locally play music a long time ago. This map's full gear 4, so it's not about not losing it. Gear down, you get in a bunch of trouble. Yeah. And that's a thing. Just gears in general are something I kind of conceptually know. But like really don't have a firm grasp on yet. But it is fun because it's really making me get better at graphs. Yeah. Yeah, because there's so many turns too, so if you do gear down, you're not going to get a good chance to gear up and not get that speed lag. Nope. Well. I will say, though, yesterday's map was a lot of fun once I kind of started to get it. I was happy to get silver on that one because it was very hard, too. It was so long. Yeah, keeping gears. I just need to get better at knowing what the car wants. Yeah, like, because right there, like, I let off too much and on the turn because I get scared. And then I'd lose the gear. Rude. I came in a... What was that line? I'm like, oh yeah, let's come in, make this the shallowest turn we possibly can. Definitely not the best map to learn. Yeah. But it's forcing me to be more cognizant of them, which is something I really haven't done much, is even think about gears. So this map actually has me like thinking about gears, which is more than I've done on a lot of stuff so far. think it was this one, and then forgot what map it was in the last campaign, but it ended with like a long grass turn and had kind of like a Chinese garden kind of theme to it, and like it had like that kind of New Year light lanterns and stuff. But it that's when I first was like, oh, gears, that's a thing, because I would lose gear going around that turn and like, why am I so slow? Oh, I thought I was gonna just sneak past it. I was gonna sneak past that. Where did I find about Trackmania? Me, like many people, got suggested a virtual video about a year ago, and then kept getting suggested virtual videos. And then about after a year, graduated the virtual viewing program and installed. I feel like that's a pretty common path for people, is watching his videos for a year or two and then finally like, okay, I guess I have to install this game. I gotta see what this is all about. That's not great. Yeah, he made more documentaries. Yeah, like, cause yeah, he does a great job with it. Like, I've seen he gets kind of a lot of hate because he's like kind of the most media trained, I guess, of the appearing of the Trackmania streamers. But like, that's where he shines, is like his like documentaries and stuff, because he just really has that presence. But it is a lot of work putting in all like the research and building a video like that versus just kind of cutting a YouTube video in the middle of your stream. See, that time would have been awesome, like half hour ago, 45 minutes ago. Oh, did we just pass an ad? Oh, we have an ad coming up here in a second. Okay, so ad starts in 4 minutes, and server's about 6.5 from reset. It's 7:30, so we'll go ahead and run a minute of ads so I can go refill my water bottle here in a sec, so that way we don't have to deal with the auto ads, and it gives me a chance to plan around it. Oh, come on. I changed my setup on my second monitor to show the ad manager so I can actually see when the auto ads are coming now. So I can plan around them. If I play a minute of ads, that kills auto ads for like a long time. Let's finish this run first. Feels good so far. I don't think it's not PB run, but it feels good. This run just feels good. Yeah, like that big loopy loop right there killed any of the PB chance, but other than that, that was a good run. Gotta hydrate. Yes. Yes. Hydration is important. It's hot today. Although it's not as bad as it has been. What is it right now? 85. Yeah, it could be worse, but still hot. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and run a minute of ads, because that'll clear our ad queue up for quite a while. That'll give me a chance to refill my water bottle, and we'll be back in about a minute. All right, we're back. And why does it say ad starts in 48 seconds? I just ran an ad. Twitch, don't do me like this. Don't lie to me about when ads are happening. Because, yeah, there shouldn't be an ad. Because we just ran a full minute. And it's the same on both monitors, so that's real. Maybe. Is an ad actually starting? Are you lying to me, Twitch? I don't know. Twitch is weird. Twitch is weird. That should have killed the auto ad. Maybe I needed a longer one. I don't know. Okay, why is it running an ad, Twitch? Why are you doing that? I manually ran an ad. Yeah, so I guess I didn't run enough of an ad. I don't know. I'm still relearning Twitch because I streamed a lot like 2020, 2021. And then I moved back home and my internet just didn't work good enough. And it turned out I was just using an old router. So how long do I have to run? I have to run 1.5 minutes to kill the auto ad. That's annoying. We have a natural breakpoint at the beginning of quals anyway, so. I need to take this out of the playlist. It was fun, but Oh, next song. That was a fun show, but that one just is a train wreck of a song. And Stream Elements, I guess, can't determine between a manual ad and an auto ad. Because I'm also trying to play with the bot. So I turned down the ad frequency too. From like the optimal or whatever they say. I don't know. I make computer work good. I'm not a business guy. No. Oh, that run was so good going into that. And then just fall apart. Tried to drift at way too low of a speed, I think, and crash into the wall. Yeah, 100% would be PB. Oh, they're talking about ham radio? In the in-game chat, they're talking about ham radio, and I'm a ham radio operator. Ah. See, that's why I have to turn off in-game chat during, like, Kappa and stuff like that, because I will squirrel. But yeah, so there's at least one other ham radio operator who plays Trackmania. That's cool. Took an extended intermission. No worries. I got a manual or an auto ad in there too, because I guess I didn't run one. Yeah, we've discovered that there is at least one other ham radio operator who plays Trackmania, and that has squirreled me from the game into the in-game chat. Because radios are fun. Radios are fun. But yeah, so from what it looks like though, I have to run 1.5 minutes to kill auto ads. So that's noted. Which makes sense because like usually when I take a break, I take a 2-minute break anyway. And I run 2 minutes of ads, so that tracks more. That bonk there. That's going to kill me during cup. I just got bad at the game. So ham radio is basically like we get a lot of radio spectrum that we're allowed to use. So it's not just like, you know, some walkie-talkies and stuff like that. And we're authorized to use a lot of power. I can legally push up to 1,500 watts of power. And you have everything from like in common, like the common stuff is high frequency, which is like stuff generally in between the AM broadcast band and the FM broadcast band. And that goes really far. I've talked to Spain, set up in a park running on a battery. And you have VHF and UHF, which are more similar to like the walkie-talkies you get at Walmart or something like that. But ham radio has a lot of use in like disaster situations and stuff like that. But mostly it's old dudes. Like I'm 36 and I'm a young ham radio operator. And a lot of it is just talking about what equipment you have and what you're using. There's a lot of people who try to do cool stuff with it though. Like there's a project where you can actually send emails over ham radio. Like I could be anywhere in the world. And as long as I can power my radio, I can send an email and receive email. But it's basically a license to do fun radio stuff or boring radio stuff, depending on how you look at it. I looked at the game chat and somehow didn't crash. But yeah, like, yeah, like, I'd always thought it was neat. And then when I was in the Army, I got assigned to our radios because we weren't assigned a radio operator. Oh, come on. Really? Because we weren't assigned a radio operator. Like, you're a nerd, right? I got made to be the radio guy. And when I got out, I wanted to keep playing with radios. So I ended up getting my ham radio license. And actually, over there is a whole nother desk. And that's my radio desk. And so I've got multiple radios set up there. And I'm glad we don't have rules on antennas where I live. Well, crazy rules on them because there's a bunch of antennas sticking up all over my house. My neighbors probably think I'm like some kind of like CIA guy or some shit. And not always, but sometimes my car looks like a porcupine. Not right now, though, because I'm messing with my mobile radios. The end of this one feels better. Did not start great. Remember that episode where Hal gets in a super day? That's pretty much everybody who gets into ham radio. Like when you first get into it, it's like it consumes your entire life because it's like this whole world of stuff. And typically the kind of people who are going to get into ham radio are like me. And as soon as you have any sort of tech equipment, that it's almost more about the gear than the activity. I half joke with my friends that like the reason I stream is I just want to play with the gear, which is like not entirely untrue, because I don't need as good of a streaming setup as I have. And everything also has secondary purposes in my streaming setup too. But it's just fun to play with it. And just like, you know, I don't have somebody telling me I can't spend money on stuff, so that doesn't help or hurt. Hey, is it Zoo? Is it? Am I pronouncing Zoo right? If I'm pronouncing it wrong, please tell me, because I hate mispronouncing names. I feel really bad whenever I do. How are you doing tonight? Or today? Or whatever the appropriate time is. It's pronounced Joe. Okay. Got it. I will remember that. Yeah, how are you doing tonight? Thanks for popping in. Wall. I'm shooting for Div 4 or 5 for Cup of the Night and see how far I can go in. I made it all the way to 7th place in Div 35 earlier today. So that was fun. How the serotonin maps going? They are going. They are tough. They are tough. I like them though. I am glad we have a month. Is what I'll say. I'm glad we have a month to practice them, because I'm going to need that month if I want to have any chance at not last place. Come on. I burn off so much speed at the end. But yeah, I remember you and I were in, I think it was Kez's chat, and you had mentioned that your map had a lot of reactor, and I see it now. I see it now. It's like, okay, no, that tracks. Not mad about it. Until I get killed by it, and then slightly mad. But it's more mad at my skill. I will say, when I got knocked out of Cup of the Day earlier today, it was a clean run. I set a PB on that run. Didn't crash. And I got knocked out. So that means I got knocked out based just purely on skill, which I'm happy. That's the way I like getting knocked out of cups, is if I just am just out-skilled, that's how I want to go out, because I don't want it to be like I made a mistake, or, I cut a corner weird and crashed. But like, just, they were just purely better than me. You hope there's no cut. Well, I mean, according to the rule book, like, no cuts are permitted. So I think it has to be we have to take intended routes. And like, usually reactor cuts are outside of my ability level anyway, so I'm not worried about it. Don't bonk. Can we keep the gear? Not if we crash. What was that? But yeah, I really enjoy the maps. The promo images for those maps go way too hard, and I love it. Just the style of the promo images is just, I don't know why. I just love that kind of design language. I knew I wasn't going fast enough to get that. Well, all right, 5 minutes to qual. Cool. What's the advantage to having a professional graphic designer team? Yeah. They literally, graphic design is my passion, not the meme. Yeah, just that style of just like stuff. I love it. Also, one thing I really enjoy about the maps is that every checkpoint is numbered. So I know that I didn't miss one. Because especially the first few runs, I would fall for the for some turns that were not the way you're supposed to go, and be like, wait, where the heck am I? Random keeps taking your record. There was one moment where I was the only one who had ran one of the maps yet. So I had the Missouri record, I think, for like half a second. So I'll be proud of that one. Mayor, what's up, dude? Your keyboard came in today? I love the Ducky keyboards, man. They're great. Yeah, I've been on the Ducky keyboard train since, what was it, 2019, I think. And then my 1.2 mini was coming up on the end of its service life, and decided I want the 1.3 mini. I know your map is definitely like, to do it really well is above my skill level. Like, it's drivable for my skill level, which I really like. But at least currently, I know I can see exactly how it should be driven by somebody who's, had more than a month and a half of experience with the game. And I think it's going to do well. Oh. 10 minutes left until qual. Or no, not 10 minutes. 1 minute left until qual. Okay. Perfect. All right. So when the server resets, I'm going to run 1.5 minutes of ads, because that's what Twitch wants me to do. Yeah, if I remember that one right, the risky is to tough for me. I definitely taking the safe on that one. One day I'll be a big boy and can take the risky on all of them. Oh, that was a full loop. This is the longest minute. There it is. Okay. Twitch says to run 1.5 minutes of ads in order to kill the auto ads. And this is a perfect natural pause point before qual. I'm going to run 2 minutes because I only have a button for 60 seconds and a button for 2 minutes. So grab another monster because I'm irresponsible. So be back 2 minutes and then we're qualifying. All right, we're back. We are back. Let's go Div 4. Div 4 tonight. And I put the music down too low. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. Once we crash or finish, because I only have 2 hands. I'm not a keyboard player who can totally play this game one-handed. People who play on keyboard like that is, I've tried it, and I get the whole action keys thing conceptually, but it's just so crazy. Like the idea, like your turning is so binary. It's just on or off, and I cannot get my head around that. Which, like, I guess is kind of weird. You're a keyboard player. Mad respect to keyboard players, because I tried it and it was like, I can't do that. And it's funny because I play controller on what, like 3 games, and it's Trackmania, FIFA, and like Tony Hawk. Oh, I guess Star Wars Squadrons too. I need to reinstall that, play that again. Everything else, I'm a mouse and keyboard guy. Switched to analog a few months ago. Those look cool. I was really kind of debating when I was buying a new keyboard, like a couple days ago, whether to go with like one of the analog keyboards or stay with the duckies. And I realized the amount of travel, I think, on those analog keys is enough where I don't think I'd be able to take advantage of it in like a game like Trackmania. But they are cool. Yeah, you got the Wooting. Yeah, those are cool keyboards. But yeah, like, I gotta justify having the Xbox Elite controller. That's what I'm gonna tell myself. But you deactivated the analog function? I do want to try one sometime though. They look like fun. Like it'd be really interesting to see how it plays, like how it feels, I guess, in a game like this. Oh, I went way too high on that. Close to PB though. Now, what I really don't understand is playing this game with a wheel. Like, that would be insane. Oh, you tried it and it worked well on dirt and grass, but you just can't get it. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I will say, though, that, like, people who play this game on wheel, like, that just, it's like, just arcadey enough that wheel just feels like it would be insane. But I mean, there's extremely high level players who play on wheel. It's like, okay. And that's the cool thing about this game is that keyboard, controller, wheel are all viable. There's no real true advantage objectively to any of them. It really just comes down to your individual playstyle. And I guess you could subdivide keyboard into analog and digital keyboards too. So I guess technically now you have 4 input devices you can play this game with. And all of them are viable at any level. Come on, PB. Yeah! There we go. Smudge on my glasses. Oh, now that lens is clearer. Now one lens was cleaner than the other. There we go. There's flight stick players too. Like, as somebody who played like Counter-Strike and like 1.6 and stuff on like a light up membrane keyboard back in like 2004, I can believe the membrane keyboard. But flight stick in this game? That's mouse. Okay, mouse player. That's just depravity. Like, playing this game with mouse. You did mouse in GTA 4? Yeah, I could see it, but that's an area where I would switch over to keep our controller. Hero's own program to translate mouse movements. That's insane. I mean, that's cool. That's how you played the OG game. Oh, that's fair. And I mean, I guess that makes sense though. Like, you only need so many inputs in this game. Like, you really only need gas, brake, left and right. Everything else is just helps. Like, the closest I get to doing driving with a keyboard is like the driving parts in Cyberpunk, because that's too much effort to switch input devices, and it's a shooter. I'm not playing a shooter with controller. I just can't do that. This run's not great, but we'll finish. Let's get some reps. But that is wild. I need to look that guy up, because that's just nuts. Playing this on pure mouse. Like, I'm not going fast enough. Why am I trying to drift? I was like 160 trying to drift. That's not how that works. It's funny because, like, it's like, oh man, that run sucked, and it would have been a PB 5 minutes ago. Hang on, Zoo. Let me make it so you can do links. Where is it? Okay, links should work now. I haven't really had a problem with links yet, so I'll just turn it on for now. Joe, why do I keep calling it Zoo? Joe. There we go. But yeah, cool. I'm going to save that. Notepad. Boom. Save. Desktop. Save. Boom. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out in a minute, or after Cup, just because, like, I am intrigued. I am intrigued. Oh, and Joe, when I mispronounce your name, yell at me, please, so that way I stop doing it. Because that's a big thing for me, is just not mispronouncing names, because it's important to me. I also have like 3 brain cells remaining, though, so. Got that light up pole? You're not supposed to run into that. It's all bright. For a reason. May May, if you're still here, we need to record this song for real. Because it's the only recording we have of it as far as I know. If any of us even remember how to play it. Because it has been like 15 years. Music too low. It's dunks. It's dunks, Meme. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. I do have a compressor running in Winamp, so it kind of normalizes the volume of the songs, but not all the way. How long have I been playing? I've been playing for about a month and a half. I got served one too many virtual videos on YouTube and broke down and installed. Div 5. I was hoping for 4. How many divs are there tonight? There are 6. Not last div, though, so that's cool. Basically a pro player. Pretty good for 1.5 months. Nice. Yeah, like one of the nice things is I do have a lot of free time during the week outside of work. Weekends, not so much, because usually I have plans on those. But usually after work, I'll get my nap. Then play video games or, watch TV. I really need to start running again because my clothes all got smaller out of nowhere. That was weird. They just got smaller. So I need to start running again. And the thing about this game, though, is the gameplay loop is so just rewarding. Like I've been playing this same map for an hour and 20 minutes. And I'm not like bored of the game because it's constantly like just little improvement, or, let's turn off in-game chat so I don't get distracted. There we go. So you get that little dopamine rush. You managed to finish 11 out of the 25. Oh, wow. I was happy to finish all of them. This one, because the last, what was it? It was map 19, the ice one. Kicked my ass like 3 days. It just kicked my ass. All right, I can afford crashes on this round. Not going to, but I can afford it. Okay, I'm only gonna have one crash. One crash. Never DNF. I learned my lesson and I unbound the reset button from my controller, so I can only reset from my keyboard. So I can't just like, you know, autopilot accidentally DNF. I have to physically reach over to my keyboard and hit function key delete or function key backspace. So it is a multiple step process to reset. Your first full campaign, you grinded like 100 hours and won in Missouri. It was a lot less competitive. How long ago was that? I mean, that's cool though. Is that guy literally just sitting there waiting till the last second? Sorry. I had to take care of notifications on the phone. There was multiple notifications, and that bothers me. All right. Now the runs matter. Definitely going to be driving a lot safer. Because I can't afford that in a later round. That little tire hit. Definitely have some margin here. Not fast enough to drift. Almost crashed. Second campaign, 22. Okay. I mean, still though, like, I mean, got first in Missouri. Like, that's rad. One thing I'm intrigued about for August is I'm used to playing in my environment here, right? I have my environment. That's going to be a really interesting experience, having to play in an unfamiliar environment on a computer that's not mine with people around. That's going to be cool. Like, it's definitely going to affect how I play. Whoa, what was that start? But it's really cool to see how I react to things in, you know, unfamiliar environments. I like that. Because I like doing competitive stuff. Am I ever top at it? No. Not since swimming in high school. But it's fun because there's that pressure. There's a different level of pressure. And having to perform under that is nerve-wracking and fun in a weird way. You went to GDX LAN in Ohio. This is actually going to be my first LAN. I did like a real low level like Overwatch League, not the Blizzard OWL, but an organized league back in 2020 or 2021. And I wish I could find the streams from that because that was fun. But so I've done like online competitive tournaments and stuff like that. But this is gonna be my first ever LAN, and I'm really excited about that. And just the venue is really cool. I'm like 5 minutes away from there, so and then I'm on the parks board for Florissant, so I'm up there all the time, and it's such a cool facility. Like, they knocked it out of the park. I did not have high hopes when they first announced it, because I thought it was just going to be like, people who have no idea about gaming or anything trying to put together an esports center. But no, they basically gave the city IT staff free reign. They're like, build the computers you want. And they just killed it. I haven't played there at all just because I have a nice setup at home, and I'm a little older than the standard demographic for a place like that, so it'd be weird. The only thing that makes me mad about it is that we didn't have it when I was younger. GDX was your first late 6-hour drive, stayed in a hotel 3 days. Yeah, and this was 30-minute drive. Yeah, it's gonna be so cool. It's gonna be cool. You started spring 22, but never really played until 23. That's fair. But never played a lot. Yeah, this game, like, there's something about just the reward loop in this game. Just each run, you can see yourself getting better. Maybe not actually having a better run, but understanding the track slightly more and understanding, okay, I need to do this, or I need to focus on this. So, oh no, that's not good. So it really, really just, it stays fresh, even if you're just running the same track for an hour and a half. No, 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 no. This is not a good run. It's still early, so it's very savable. But we can't start getting sloppy now. Let's get all these silly mistakes out of the way. Kind of safe it for the rest of the run here because we got plenty of buffer. I like how the finish is even labeled risky. That's awesome. It's getting really popular in the US. Yeah, like, I don't know exactly what the catalyst was. I mean, it's definitely, like, virtual has no small part in it, I'm sure. But I like to think it's kind of like soccer. The rest of the world has been hiding it from us, and then we're kind of starting to figure it out. No, not that. The tire hit, I have maybe about a quarter of the runs through this is that little tire clip on that wall. Still have the buffer, but it gets smaller each round. That was just a terrible turn. I got scared mid-drift and let off of it, and we're so ass in the game compared to Europe. Yeah, it's like, They were hiding it from us, man. They were hiding it from us. It doesn't help that, like, you know, like the big cup of the day is in the middle of the day. Like, I can usually take my lunch break around then because I work from home and sneak it in. But, like, not everybody can do that. And especially, like, if you're still, like, in high school or college, which is, like, prime esports age. Like, you're busy at that time of day. Yeah. Oh. Ah, bad. Still safe, but at least you have a community now. Yeah, that is fair. That is fair. I feel like that just like the geography of Asia makes a community harder in like almost any game. Like on the physical side, like it's just such more of like a fractured continent. In the US, we just have distance. But I can still theoretically drive anywhere in the US except Hawaii. Alaska, gotta leave the US momentarily, but although I'd never make a drive that long again. I drove one shot from central New York to St. Louis, and I'm never making a drive like that ever again. I'll just fly. Close to PB. We're slowly building that community here. I mean, and we have like, you know, longtime Trackmania players, and then we have people like me who just discovered it like 5 seconds ago. You would assume with 3 billion people you could... Yeah, that is fair. That is fair, though. But with 3 billion people, you also have 3 billion people wanting to do the thing they want to do, so... Just got to convince a chunk of them that this game is fun. Once you tell yourself this game is fun, then it's actually fun. You just got to lie to yourself a little bit at the beginning. Whoa, way high on that wall, way high on that wall. Come on. Yeah, close to PB. And this song was fun. And heads up, auto ad is happening in 2.5 minutes. I cannot run. It wouldn't make sense to manually run an ad. After Cup, I'm going back and fixing the ad preferences because I think the setting's too high. Oh no, that's bad. That's bad. It is too early in the, or too far in rounds for a hit like that. To drive the rest of this smart. .24th is the cutoff. We have a couple places. As long as we don't F this up, we should be good. We stay alive. Okay. It happened early enough in the run that it's savable, and early enough in the rounds too. Like this next round, that's probably that's Dunskies. That's a fun thing about Cup is like, as you get further, you have to get better and better runs. And fatigue will start setting in. You'll start getting a little complacent, and you can't do that. Like, oh, I've got this run down. I can look away for half a second. Bonk. As long as I get knocked out on a clean run, I'm happy. If I get knocked out on a run where I crash, I mean, it's not like I'm going to be mad. It's a video game, but I'm less stoked about that. Oh, shit. We are on the line. Oh, whew. Run from top 20 to 16. Yeah. This is about when I usually fall out. But a couple of the day earlier today, I made it to 7th. Clean run, no crash. It was a PB, and I got knocked out. So I just got knocked out purely because of skill, and that's the way I like to get knocked out. Because that means that I didn't beat myself, I got beat. No. Yep, that's it. That does it. Probably. Yep. I just totally biffed that turn. Unless somebody else crashes, we're done skis. But still not bad. Not mad about it. Of course, an ad runs right then. Right? Perfect. The perfect time for the auto ad to run is right as I'm like biffing a drift, crashing right into the wall. But not mad about it though. I mean, 19th. I mean, you know, it's not like it's like Div 1 or anything, but still, like, not mad about it. So that's cool. Although it is an inconvenient time for the auto ad because this is a natural break point. So, what am I doing? So, we'll start with Cahokia. It's first one at the top of the list. We're going to play it multiple times. I got to figure out kind of what my training plan is, right? Like, am I gonna like focus on one map for like the whole day, or do like a bunch of runs and then switch to a different one after a while, just to kind of prevent like that kind of brain fatigue? But I was able to get bronze at all of them, so there is that. Catch up on my phone. Here we go. Ninth in the state, though. About every 10th run, I turn left there for some reason. My brain just like, no, we're gonna turn left. And that right there faked me out the very first time I went through. I'm like, what? I just saw the red arch and I'm like, what? Part maps? I can see that. Yeah, that makes an idea. That's a good idea. Hey, I didn't try to take that turn wide. That's like the first time I did that without thinking. And of course, I have a good run going and then bonk into the in the checkpoint. Hey, I didn't fall off. Usually my first run of the night, and I say usually as, you know, because I've been playing this for 2 days. But my first run, I fly off the edge right there. Yeah, that one turn where I didn't go wide where it's blocked off gets me the first few times. And then that turn right there where I almost flew off, that one gets me. My focus for the next like few days on this at least is really just memorizing the maps before I even really start focusing on lines, because I have to have that mental bandwidth. And the triangle CPs are tricky, yeah. It is cool though, because like you don't get those in the normal maps, like in just the regular in-game maps. So I have to be more precise, especially on grass, where I'm way less good. Red Kirby, what's up? What is up? How are you doing tonight? You had a look at one of the tracks? Yeah, they're awesome. They're really cool. They're hard. They're difficult for me. But that's a me problem. The last track, I forgot the exact name, but it the start is unforgiving. Oh my gosh. Once I miss that once, then I have like a string of missing it. Yeah, my big focus right now, though, is just memorizing them. And then I can start focusing on lines and speeding up and stuff. I like that I don't have to have as much speed for that drop off. Oh, come on. We're just going to hang out on that fence for a minute. I think my first run through, yeah, I missed that checkpoint. I definitely did. Come on. Until tonight, I haven't really had a problem with that checkpoint. I think I'm just going faster than I had been, which is good in one way. It means I am getting more comfortable with the map. But also I don't want to be crashing, because crashing bad. Crash bad. Definitely going to get mid 106. Yeah. Listen, I'm down here happy about my 127. Yeah, I can't wait to see what kind of times y'all are setting by the time we're actually like there. Like I feel like I should be firmly in gold, like sub 114 by then. Wish you had a land like that here. Yeah, dude, like I'm just stoked. Like I found out about it just because like I was playing the game and I see the little in-game ads and I see the arch. I'm like, hey, there's the arch. As you're required to say if you live in St. Louis. And then it said land. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then I noticed it had Fusion 314 on the thing, and I'm like, that is 5 minutes away from me. I was just talking to the director of that place the other day. Like, okay, well, I'm new to this game, but I don't care. We're gonna try it out. We're gonna see how well we can do against people who have been playing this game for a while, and that'll be fun. Yeah, it was funny. I just happened to see it. It was just like, I mean, what if I see the arch though? Like my brain immediately just goes straight to it. It's like, hey, there's the arch. Hey, PB. Oh shit. First silver on this. Glad the ads are working. Yeah, right? Like, I know about this because of the ad. It's funny. It's eye-catching too. It's very simple in a good way. It's bright. I see it. And then I see the arch and I'm like, yeah. Also, that's my first silver medal on any of these maps, so I'm stoked about that. I was talking the whole time too, so it means I am learning these. So that means not all of my brain power is going to racing, so I am getting more and more familiar with the maps, which 100% my goal here. What I think of the new campaign, I think it's cool. Author times are way harder. Because I was able to author time on the first 10 pretty easily. And then I only got silver, only had time for silver on the last 5 and gold on the 5 before that. But with how new I am to the game, me setting those times it felt a little too easy. So this one's more challenging. I like it. Matchmaking I think the format's better. The 3v3 seemed weird. I still think the team format's kind of weird in general, just with how this game works. But it's how World Tour works, and that's kind of the flagship esport event for it. So I get why they're still doing it as a team. But it does feel weird, just like a game that's about individual racing ends up being teams. I'm gonna have to play more matchmaking though, because it's fun. Matchmaking's fun. I like competition. Although what it sounds like is the first, like all of bronze, you're just playing bots, is what it kind of sounded like people are talking about, and that's lame. I can understand. Oh, are you kidding me? I can see your first like couple games being against bots, you know, build your confidence up a little bit, but after that, like, I'm just hoping that's just kind of a quirk of the. Oh, yep, I forgot. A quirk of the beginning of the season. I need to get good at going through that so I have enough speed for the risky. Because I have hit the risky like once. They're struggling to fill with 3v3s. I mean, that makes sense too. But like a 3v3 team just kind of seems weird with just how the game works. You think Salami did the ad designs? I like the ad designs though. They are good. Like I said, they got me. I do think it, like, from what I understand though, like everybody in the whole game sees them, so I think that's cool too. But us St. Louis people get to flex a little bit. Hey, there's the ads. Like for me, what would make more sense in matchmaking, at least my, you know, I'm new to this game, is like, you know, 4 people, 1v1v1, or just head-to-head 1v1s. But I do think the 2v2 it seems better. I think the format makes a little bit more sense to me. It's kind of funny though that like any other competitive game I've played, matchmaking is where it's at. And this game, it's like kind of ignored by a good chunk, most of the community, it feels like. But there's also so many other ways to play this game though, like, you know, playing any other competitive esport game. There's, you know, your regular unranked. Now I'm starting to take that too wide. You got your regular unranked and you've got ranked. In this one, you know, you could be a RPG player. You could be hunting for world records. You know, you could just like to play a specific kind of track. And there's so many other things to do than just matchmaking. So it makes sense why it never really took off. One v1 is best. Yeah, that would make sense to me more. But having it be 2v2 teams ties it into TMWT, which, you know, if they kind of want to push it, like, that makes sense. And it gives, you know, players like me a chance to experience that style of gameplay. Like, I'm never going to be playing World Tour. That's never going to happen. But it's fun to be able to play the same game mode as the top level. Or what's, you know, pushed as the top level. So if they're going to make that the top level, then that should be the game mode for ranked, I think. I am kind of torn on the World Tour maps only being available to gold and above during the World Tour map windows, because again, like as a lower level player, like it's also fun to play on the same maps that the top level is, because then I understand the maps more and it makes watching more enjoyable. It's like any other esport I'm playing on, I can play on the same maps that they're playing on. Now, Map Pack 1, I can't even finish. Looks like with the way that they designed the Part 2 maps, or Section 2, or whatever it is, I should actually be able to... Don't fall! Oh, shit, that killed all my good time, though. But I should be able to actually finish those maps, because they have, like, the safe routes and the risky routes. Are you kidding? Yeah, but it looks like I haven't tried the new ones that came out, but it looks like they should be finishable for me. I should be able to finish them. Will I do well on them? Absolutely not. No, they're still gonna be way hard. Feels like the 2023 map pack. I haven't played those. New to the game, but dumb. I like the way that they kind of routed the maps, so that way, you still have to. You can't be a day one player and do them. Like, you still have to have some experience, like probably even a bit more experience than I've got, but you should be able to finish them. Oh, come on. Took that at a really weird angle. Joe, I think that turn right there is the one that I like least on this map, because I fake myself out every time and try to take it wide, and it either gets me or almost gets me every time. Try to take it wide and it's like, oh wait, no, you can't. It's blocked off. The way is shut. Maybe a bit too easy for World Tour. Yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how the pros do it when they get like more experience on those maps. Like once they really start playing them for real, it'll be interesting. I remember watching some of them play it, and that's a drift. I know. But I remember watching them play, like kind of doing discovery on one of the World Tour maps. I don't remember which one it is, but they were kind of debating on whether it was an intended mechanic or a cut, and it was kind of a loop kind of thing around, and it was like, oh, that could be interesting. I hope it's intended because it looks cool. Well, maybe in a couple weeks, though, I'll actually be taking that turn as a drift. You're out here making me have to, like, try. Why? Not even going fast enough for myself to get a drift. I am definitely going faster through this. which is good because that means that I'm learning it. I foresee that being a spot that gets me in the lands, or at the land, is I'm gonna just like kind of brain fart and fly off right there. Is that a 120 copium timer though? You're gonna head out because you have a old person bedtime. That's fair. I should accept that I'm old and go to bed at a reasonable time, but I won't. Yeah. Thank you for popping in, man. I will see you around. But yeah. Sleep well. Good night. And thank you for the follow. One of the skills I learned from the army is how to operate on not enough sleep. Unfortunately, the lesson I took from that is I can just operate on not enough sleep. So I just don't get enough sleep and wonder when I'm tired. When I'm tired, why I'm tired. I did also learn how to nap like anywhere, so that is dope. So like, that's a skill that I really enjoy. And I'm starting to be able to get that drop down smoother, which is good. Oh, I almost had it. I see what's intended here. I get it. I get it. Now it's just executing. Okay. I'm not going to be able to do it on that one. I don't have the right angle, I think. But. Okay. I see that now. It makes so much more sense as a drift. It's way less mean. It's way less mean that way. But yeah, right there's 100% going to get me on one round at least. I'm 100% going to get got right there. Okay, now I just need to maintain speed into that section. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do like 1 or 2 more runs on this one. Take like a 2-minute break. And then go on to the next map. Because I'm starting to feel a good warm and fuzzy on this map. So, as I crash like 3 times on the start. The middle 2 maps have ice, and that's going to take a lot of practice for me, because ice and I do not get along. I don't like winter. I don't like snow. I don't like driving on ice in real life. All right, let's see if I can go in. Am I going to have enough speed? Okay. Probably not enough speed right now. Nope, JK. That's it. Right there. Boom. Ah ha 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 ha. That saved so much time. Like my copium timer went hard blue after that. Okay, perfect. Alrighty, so I'm gonna take a 2-minute break, run some ads, kill the auto ads, and we're gonna go on to the next track. So I will see you all in a few minutes. Okay, we're back. We're back. To the next. I also adjusted my ad frequency. It was set too high. So that should be good. This is one of the ones that has ice, doesn't it? Just remembering how to drive this run. All right, then there's that turn there. This is 100% not going to be a fast run. This one isn't going to be a fast run. That first one was just, it was too falling apart. That. Oh, this turn right here, I know is gonna 100% be hard because that part of the checkpoint is right there, so that's very precise. Over here. Grass through that. Nice little bunk. I have driven all these a few times, but definitely need for remembering it. Okay, yeah. right? Yep, there's that. And I thought I remember this one having ice. Or maybe there's 5 maps. Oh yeah, no, this is the one with the reactor that I just want to barely clip. The next 2 are the ones with ice. That's it. And that's why I want to run these so many times. So I just remember where everything is and all those turns. So the risky on this one is funny because I can hit it sometimes until I mention that I can hit it, and then I can't. Nose itches. All right. Now we've seen it. Now we go faster. Yeah, with the plaster right there. Oh man, that's gonna be fun at speed. Fuck. That turn's gonna be tough. Can we hit it? Hey, we got it that time. PB. Yay! Still quite a while away. Quite a ways away from silver. We also had a lot of bunks. A lot of bunks. Which I'm okay with right now. Rather get the bonks out of the way now. I don't want to do that. Why did I try to go further right? What am I doing? All right, so after the reactor here, I need to remember that's a really narrow. Yeah, there we go. No! I got it on my first try, and now I'm not going to be able to get it. A 116 without respawns. Nice. I'm forgetting. I forgot how to drive it. Kind of like plastic Bob right there. Like this section right here, as I crash, has been until this run the section I can definitely go fastest on. It's very much a open, wide open, go fast section, which makes me feel good about myself for a few minutes, and then get these much more difficult turns and stuff. Turn. Oh my God. Car. We had a PB. We had a huge PB. We had a 15-second PB. And he kept bouncing. I'm going to blame the car on that one. That one wasn't me. I saw the call of the void. It was like, I must turn into that scenery block. The scenery called to me. Crash here. That's why we run these over and over, so we have this all memorized. It's literally 1 month from now. Today's the 2nd, right? Which say the 3rd? What is? Yeah, today's the 2nd. So yeah, literally 1 month from now, I'm gonna have to do these in person at the LAN, and I'm gonna have to do much better. I have to have these down if I want to not come in last place. Which is really my primary goal. Just looking at the people who registered already. I'm not gonna poo-poo myself, but at the same time, realistic expectations. No. I think we too fast maybe on that. Not a good line for sure. That one's just fun to hit. Once you hit it, it feels good. Stop bouncing. Burn. Oh. I need to get better hitting that turn. I think this one though has like the easiest risky, because I have hit it multiple times. I'm definitely not consistent enough to really want to take it every time. Yet. It has the most doable risky for my skill level. That's how I'll say it. No, what are you doing? I see the blue and I just get too excited. But we're getting like a consistent 115 on the no respawn. So that's good. Means we're starting to get it. starting to just know where things are. Starting to get a little sloppy there. No, 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 no. I've been making that turn every time. I had it. Fix that a little bit. There we go. I'm gonna pretend like the microphone was in a slightly different spot and I was bumping it. That's what I'm gonna tell myself right now. It was throwing me off. That's what it is. Oh, come on. You know that that thing's there. Don't cut the turn that hard. There we go. How did I get through that? Did I like bug through the thing? That was weird. This definitely isn't a PB run, but reps. We need reps. That was all wibbly wobbly, but started getting it back there. Let's get through this section here. Make it through that little reactor doodad. Maybe not wall hug, but make it through this little reactor doodad. Get through this turn. There we go. Be lined up right. And since we're way off on PB, let's go for it. All right, hang on one sec. I gotta adjust the AC. It's starting to get hot in here. Where is it? Oh yeah, it's set way high. All right, let's crank you down because the sun's down or almost down. So how did I make it through that little spot? That was weird. There we go. That's what I was trying to do last time. See, I have to be consistent on these too. That's the other thing is it's not just like setting a PB and then I'm done. I have to set a good time and keep getting a good time. No, no little wall hug there. We're not doing that. Not doing that. Oh, we barely got that reactor. We barely got it. Should we go for the risky? No! Of course. I would have had it, and it would have been a 114. And the second time, I get it perfect, like the best I've ever hit that risky finish. I like the ad for the event is looming over the background. Like, it's coming. You better be ready. That's why I have the in-game ads on. So that's how I found out about this event. All right, let's go for the risky again. It's fun. No! How? I hit it just fine for like 2 rounds, and now I don't remember how to do it. You know what? Cam 3. We're Cam 3 in that shit from now on. That's it. That's it. Cam 3 into that, and it's easy. I knew I bound Cam 3 to my right hand for a reason. And we were almost silver. Like, our no respawn timer was like just over the silver time, so. No. I lost some speed on that. That's okay. I feel like we won't be coming in with the 4 seconds of gained time. This runs a little slower. But we've been blue basically up to the finish now on pretty much every attempt, so. Oh, you no. Oh, balls. There we go. All right, your new respawn timer. Tell us our fate. We won't have the speed on this one, I don't think. Wait, how did I get to the finish? That was weird. My goal is silver on this track by the end of tonight. We're going to get silver on this track. All right, through there. Come in at a good angle so we don't slide out. Okay. No, balls. That hurts. That time. Still, though, that means we should be coming into the finish with speed. Oh shit. PB though. Nice. So cam 3, that is the strat. Going into the risky. Got it. Got it. I'm not used to manually choosing camera, so that is a I'm glad that I moved it. Because I have cam 1 and 2 on my D-pad, which I feel like I should move so I can access those at points too. Because that would, I'm sure there's moments when switching back and forth between them will be useful. Yeah, I was going into that risky fin that one time. And I'm like, man, I can't see shit. I don't remember which way is left. Wait, I can switch to cam 3. And then I know which way is left and right. Silver's totally doable tonight. We were almost to it on that one run. All the way up to the risky fin. When I realized you have other cameras you can use. No crash, no crash, no crash, no crash. What's that? 112. Oh, we are 0.3 away. 0.3 away from silver. It's doable. Oh, did I say next track? Damn it. I didn't want to go to next track. Didn't want to go to next track. How long have we been streaming for? 2.5 hours? All right. We are going to do one more run here. And I'm going to take a break. One more run, good or bad. We're not worried about it. Although good would be sick. We're not completely respawning unless it's a catastrophic fail. What the hell was that? What is that? A 112.04. No respawn. Okay, so I want to fall into the one more run trap, but we are taking a break. We're taking a break. We're taking a 2-minute break. We're taking a 2-minute break. And we will be back. We will be back. All right, we're back. We are back. Silver medal is possible tonight on this map. We are close. We're not close on that run. And I can just really feel the improvements on just running these maps. Now, all the top level players are also going to be improving on these. However, I'm not worried about them because I know how I'm going to stack up to them. So I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about how I do. If I can run the maps clean and just get beat purely on skill and ability, like not being able to go fast enough, that's a win for me. Losing because I crashed, I don't like that. Losing just because I wasn't fast enough, that's what I want. I don't want that crash right there. We were up a whole second. Now we're down a second half. And I pretty much have this last section down, so I don't really think we're going to make it up. Damn it. We'll just finish. I mean, that was kind of my PB, like, when we started, so. So let's see if we can do this. When we get silver, we'll move to the next map. That's what we'll do. And we'll probably just run it for a little bit because the next couple of maps have big ice chunks on them. And I don't see myself nailing those every time tonight. So. I think we can recover from a little bit of that in the beginning. No, we can't recover from that, though. All right. Really? What the hell was that? That one's gonna have. I'm sitting here worried about the actually running into the checkpoint itself and not the stuff right after it. Because I know actually running into the checkpoint itself is going to be a problem for me in rounds. Because I'm gonna get complacent. I think that's the best we've taken that turn so far. Let's go. Oh, shit. Wobbles, wobbles, wobbles. We burnt off a lot of speed there. think we can get some of it back around here. We do good through this. No! Oh no, if we didn't bonk that. If we didn't bonk that, I think that would have been it. Or it would have been even closer and more infuriating. Which I think being like 0.159 away is better than like being 0.07 or something like that, you know? Okay, why can't I do the start now? There we go. It was really that middle grass and dirt section, I think, that got me from silver. Like when it comes to just making mistakes. I think, yeah, that keeps me from it right there. That's tough right there. Yeah, that's not it for sure. There's like a few small bonks here and there. And definitely deal with. That ain't it. There. That. I think I need to be further outside on that. No wobbles. Just good. No bonks. No bonks. No bonks. I think we killed it right there, maybe. No. Okay. That kills it. Maybe not. Silver. Yes! There we go. Number 3rd in Missouri. 9th in the U.S. and North America, and 11th in the world. All right, though. Nice.
So, one last song.
So we'll run this map for a little bit. I'm not going to put silver over my own head on this one, because I know this one has big chunks of ice that I'm just not consistent on. Like right here. Yeah. Like that little bonk right there. And then making it around that with the icy tires. Like I have the concept of what I need to do through the ice sections. It's just the actual execution of what to do that I don't have. This one, I think, is the one with the big ice fin, though. So, like, definitely more doable. This turn right here, though, I have to be careful because you can get caught on the fence. Yeah, and then the ice fin right here. Like, I need to be able to hold that for longer. Because that kills a lot of speed. Bunk. And we need to not full reset on these yet. Like if the bonk is recoverable, that one I didn't like. But if the bonk is recoverable, I want to just keep going for right now because just get reps. Like if I bonk on the checkpoint, then yeah, no. But like that one's just not good enough. And is recoverable. Yeah, like I need to get better at that ice slide. And then coming the exit from that. My cat's trying to break in so she can knock stuff over. And as much as I love her, she's not allowed in here when I'm streaming because I can't pay attention to her or know what she's doing. But she likes to climb up on the windowsill, get tangled up in my radio stuff, get tangled up in the bird's nest of wires under this desk. Ugh. Because, yeah, if I can come through that with a lot more speed, then I can hit that risky. Oh, we didn't bonk. That's better. Although the bonk actually might be slightly faster with the way I went through that. Definitely not the intended. Intended just to be good. However. Oh, wow, that was terrible. That just we came to a full stop right there. Like, I feel like I need to wait longer before I start my turn. Hey, PB, though. Still 6.5 seconds away from silver, and just because of the ice, I'm not hanging silver over my head tonight on this one. But we'll see. We might change our mind with how our runs improve. Oh, I totally forgot about the ice, though. I totally just brain farted and forgot about it. Nope. That's the exit coming out of this section here. That's a really, or no, it's this coming out of this section, this dirt section, that's like a really just hard turn is probably a drift. But I don't think I'm coming in fast enough for it to be a true drift. Bonk. No, don't fly off the edge. No! That was so close to being my best one through. I'm coming in way weird, though. Like, I'm coming in really, like, shallow. I don't know why I tried to turn right. What's our no respawn? No respawn is a 1 second PB. All right. Because I know I can do ice. I just need to... It takes a lot more practice on ice sections for me. Balls. Because I'm very iffy about it. Damn it. And the little butt bump right there, I'm okay with right now. Because it's the least slow way of bonking. As I bonk into the pillar. I need to get better at that turn. So anytime I do come out of that well, I just completely biff that turn. Not fast enough to drift. You need to be 180, and you need to be holding it long enough. That's the other problem I have on drifts, is I'm not holding the turn long enough. Or I start to try to drift. I'm getting better at that one. Then it's going to be the exit on that turn. Oh, that's nice. That's terrible. That's probably my least bad one through. What's that? That's a 115? Without respawns? That's not good. That was just sloppy all the way through. Little butt bounce. Not the way I wanted to take that turn, but we didn't bonk. We didn't bonk that time. Ah! Found a different way to bonk, though. That was bad. But the ice sections are really kind of my big focus. Because I am really bad at ice. Okay, I want to be a lot more turned there. PB, yeah! Yay, water. We drank 2 whole monsters, so we should probably drink water. That's probably the smart thing to do. Like, I want to keep turning on that. I got to remember just to stay straight. I feel like we went through that a little bit better than last time. Let's not bonk on the pillar or the wall in this one. And let's not completely kill all momentum right there. Nice. Yeah, I'll take a little wall bump there for now. No! We'd been killing this turn. We'd been killing it on that turn. My girlfriend texted me. She's being all productive tonight and like getting a whole bunch of like real stuff done. I'm like, I've been practicing tracks for the land. That's productive, right? That counts. Ah, damn. That was like our best entrance into that. We're up like a whole second. We're starting to get this section down. It's just, I don't know how to exit that properly. I'm gonna have to watch the higher level guys replays at some point. But like I keep saying, like my big thing right now is really just learning these maps. And I can figure out lines later. So that way, like, I'm not running into something that I'm surprised by, you know? Oh, this should be a PB. There we go. Wow, 2.3. Okay. We're starting to get it. And like, even just now, like picking them up faster than I was last night. So that means I'm remembering them. Bonk. I'm like, I don't expect a good run every single time because I expect to not do that though. I'm okay with a little bit of sloppiness right now, but some of that. No, I turned too much. I waited too late. Not the worst. That's bad. It'll be maintaining gear through that. It's going to be tough. And like those turns. And making sure I have a good exit there is important. Because get too horizontal and then all of a sudden all forward momentum just absolutely gone. Okay. That's my best yet through that section. That is my best yet through that section. We almost hit the hitbox for the risky. Yeah, I gotta see how the good guys do that. How quickly they're able to make it through that turn or that ice slide. Because I feel like I'm coming to an almost complete stop. And they're just crushing it through that, probably. And how they exit that turn right there. Oh, what the fuck? Why am I freezing? What? That's a good run. What is happening? Game. No! That was a good run. The game like froze, lagged up. It was like, no, you're doing too good. You're doing too good. We can't have that. That was gonna be an unintentional silver run right there. Okay. That's probably my best slide through that. No! And then just like go right into a pull. Like it had a magnet. Like there's just a magnet there. Like the call of the void. I was like, I must drive into this pull. My car turned into a Mustang for a half second. Because that is the natural state of the Ford Mustang. Is wrapped around a pole. All right, can we go 2 for 2 on ice slides? Almost. Almost 2 for 2. Man, a 112? No respawn? I mean, without just driving straight into that pole, that was my best run on this. Silver might actually be possible tonight on this map. Not gonna say no on it. That one wasn't as good. Still much better. Like I maintained some momentum through it. This run had potential for PB. Then we had to make up for all that. Nope. Why'd I try to turn right? Oh my god, we hit the risky. We hit the risky. That's our first time hitting the risky. So we're starting to get these ice slides down faster than I was really anticipating, which is good. Because that is going to be a big concern for me. Actually being able to do them consistently. I think a big part of it is just I've been trying to start the slides slightly too early. And now I'm giving it like one beat. And then I'm doing better. Because that's like doing ice slides. I know how. It's timing them. The hard part. Or right there, the exit. Because the exit took me right to the hole. We don't want to go in the hole. There's nothing but sadness in the hole. Not quite. But I will say, we're doing better through those. All right, this one will do no respawn timer as long as you don't crash a checkpoint. Yeah, there we go. That's what I want to do. Or closer to what I want to do. I need to be able to take that turn faster. That turn right there is harsh. That's going to be a harsh bonking spot. Nope. Nope. One more beat. A little higher. Close. A little bit. I think we're also getting a little too horizontal. There we go. Not nearly as good as the one where we actually did it right. That's a good recovery one. Where we don't quite nail it, but we can kind of pull out. Okay, yeah, I over-rotated, I think. So it's waiting a beat and not rotating quite as much. And the other big thing that I just am bad at is I'm wanting to try to control the ice slide with steering and not brake taps and accelerator releases. I'll take it. I'll take it. Oh, balls. That hurts that run a lot. There's a time gain here. I know. A potential time gain there. Not anymore. Not anymore on it. But I'm getting a lot better at this map. So, like, getting the stuff down and then building the consistency, you know? Ah, didn't time it right. Come on, don't fuck anything up on this run. This is a good one. No call the void into the poles. No call the void. All right, now can we nail this one? No, we can't nail it. We can probably PB off it. Huge PB. There we go. Nailing that drip, nailing that ice slide gets us very close to silver. Oh, that brake tab was stupid. All right. How long have we been streaming? All right, 15 more minutes and then we're done. So what I'm going to do, 15 minutes, we're done because we've been streaming for 3 hours and 15 minutes, give or take. Where is our good friend? Do I know how to read? There it is. There it is. Okay. So we're going to show green timer. Oop. Not the Windows key, function key. All right. Now, we're going to pause it. We're going to reset it. We are going to make a countdown. Count down. Set it to 00:15:00. 15:00. Okay. Start. All right. 15 minutes and we're done. Because we have been playing for a very long time. By my standards, at least. Oh, terrible. Oh, we almost made it through that without clipping. But it's not just those sections. I want to practice the others. Like being able to get that turn down. And then make it through that at speed without bonking. And making that turn smooth enough. We are getting better at this reactor turn. As I crash into it. I think I needed more speed into that. That's okay though. That would have been a good time for us last night, so. Lock in. I said lock in, not crash into poles. Really? The music gets exciting, so I get excited. I know there's a lot of time to make up here. Ah. What am I? I'm hitting the wrong buttons. That one's not it. I did have to release a tiny bit. That was decent, though. That was decent, though. For me. No pulls. No pull. No pull crash. Okay. As long as we don't bounce, I think we can control that turn pretty well. And I think if we start slide on that one a tiny bit earlier. Then this one. Oh. Not the best, but that's a PB. That puts us at like 1.5 seconds away from silver. Which, like I said, I don't think we're getting tonight. However, I'm just happy with getting close to it tonight because there's 2 big ice sections. No, that was terrible. What the fuck was that? Yeah, we are definitely progressing on these maps. We are getting better. Are we good enough yet? No. No, we are not. I actually had a drift on that one. We are DNF due to finish timer stage right now. During that, I'm sure, but we are much better than we were yesterday, which is all we can ask for. And then tomorrow will be better than we were today. No bonk. No bonk. Okay. Can we nail the ice? No, we can't nail the ice. The brake tap, we just slightly off. No, that was too far inside. Didn't get the what was that? That was a 1:12:06 without the respawns. And got close to the risky. Sloppy on that, but otherwise decent. Not decent. But just even compared to last night, much, much better on those ice slides. So then tomorrow night we'll do the other 3 maps. Well, I have a thing tomorrow night, so I don't think I'll get good practice, if you know what I mean. I might have a beverage or two. Oh, what am I doing? Might have a beverage or two, and I'll definitely play the maps, but I don't think I'll play them on stream. Because, like, it's still muscle memory, but it's not going to be good practice after a few beverages. But then Friday, I'm off all day. A little deep. Slow through that. And then just came to a complete stop right there. But it's okay. We can practice everything else. Oh, we backed off of the drift. We actually had a drift going in that one. And we backed off of the drift there. So we got scared. No, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? There. 3 speed faster than my PB. Nope. Nope. Yep. Yeah, I'll take the wall hit. That's fine. Yes. Yes. That's what I want. That's what I want to do every time. Every single time. That's what I want to do. Okay. So we've hit the risky twice now. And basically, all hitting the risky is doing that ice slide right. So all I have to do is just do that ice slide right. Not that, because I just like, I don't know why I just tapped left for no reason. Go. Yeah, we turned left too early. And it's right in like the weird respawn part too, where it's like recovering from it isn't worth it from a practice perspective. No. That's okay. Better. Is this better to take the shallow line? No, I don't think so. I think taking that wide is going to be the better one. Okay, that's the best we've taken that turn. Okay. I see green on the speeds until that. That's okay. No. Maybe a brake tap. at the end with that one. Nope. Turned too much. Nope. Like that. That's what we're looking for. Almost. We're not going to hit the risky with that one. Or that one, but that is a silver run right there without respawns. Clean, that's a silver run. Like solid into silver. Oh no, we overshot that turn. So maybe we'll go a couple minutes past the timer. I don't know. I think we're starting to get to the point though where like practice is going to be diminishing returns because we're starting to get tired. What the hell was that? That was good. Can we do everything else good? Probably not. Bled some speed there. Bled a shit ton of speed there. I think we lost kind of any of our real advantages. Maybe not. Not PB, but close. That was a decent run, though. We nail the fin. Oh, why did we tap brake? Why did we hit brake? Can we do that? Or is just the timing of the respawn not going to let us do it? So that was our best entrance to that. Oh, we over-rotated. What's the right way to enter that, though? Like, what is the right way to enter that at that speed? All right, last run. We're done for the night. No. Okay, not that one. I lied. This is the last run. Yep, I'm having a new problem where I'm coming into that turn a lot faster. All right, for real, last one. I had the ice slide at the slower speed. Am I just too fast? That can't be a thing. It's got to be the angle I'm coming in at and my timing on the slide. This one's way slower. So we'll get our butt bonk. We're just going to finish the run. Going to finish the run. I think that's the fastest we took that turn. So that's a drift. Got it. This one is a drift if I come in at the right angle, which I didn't. And I want to hold a slide through that whole thing. I don't want to lose the slide there. Or make that bonk, but whatever. This is the last run of the night. Last run of the night. And still better than what we started on. So. I think that was a good training session. We had a good cup of the day. We had a good training session. We made significant improvements on the first 3 maps. We are this close to silver on the first of the 2 maps with ice. So that's awesome. Tomorrow I'll probably stream, but I don't think I'll practice. Because, like I said, I have an event. And depending on what time the event is over, I'll stream. Yeah, I don't want to really run through after I've had a beverage or 2. So, because that doesn't really help making these tracks. But see you tomorrow night. I will stream during the day on Friday. I will be streaming during the day on Friday. We're going to be able to have a long day stream. So, until tomorrow or Friday or next time you pop in, thanks for coming out. It was great. We'll see you next time. Bye.